So one thing I don't always get a chance to do is answer some of your questions via video. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this. Smash like if you do. A couple of weeks ago, I asked on my community tab, ask me a question. I will answer the best ones, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. So question number one, which golf club brands are you sponsored by, if any? Well, that's a really good question because I review equipment, I review a lot of different brands, and I feel like it's important as a reviewer not to be influenced by those brands. So therefore, I don't accept any sponsorship from those brands. I am sponsored by Nike for clothing and Garmin for wearable technology, and that's really who I stick to. I feel like it's important just to have my own voice, to be able to say whether I like and dislike product. I have a close relationship with the manufacturers. I get equipment to test, but that's where I draw the line. I feel like it's super important to give you guys the best information. That's why I stay really neutral. Question number two, what's your favorite club in the bag? Well, leading on from that first question, because I'm not sponsored, I have a real mixed bag of golf clubs. I use clubs from all different brands, but one of my favorite clubs in my bag, unfortunately I don't get a chance to use it loads just because of where it sits in my bag, is actually my 3-wood. Old Bluey, my Cobra F7, I just love it. I like its forgiveness, I like the fact it's got the rails underneath, I like the fact it's been in my bag for a while actually. I get kind of, I swap clubs quite a bit, so it's nice to have one in there that feels a bit familiar from time to time. I just don't hit 3-woods that often, that's my only downfall. I like hitting drivers, and I really like hitting 2-irons. My 3-wood kind of stays a bit redundant in that gap. But when I need it, when I pull it out of the bag, it works. It works every time, so that's a big benefit off the tee and off the fairway as well. So my favourite club in the bag is my 3-wood, the Cobra F7. Question number 3, do you think Nike made the right call getting out of equipment segment? They clearly made some good sets as evidenced by the top tour pros or top players still gaming them today. That's a really interesting one. I think Nike is a brand. They came into golf making apparel. They then started making golf clubs. The best players in the world used it, had tremendous success. You know, had some of the best players in the world using their equipment. And as this question alludes to, even when Nike pulled out of the equipment making industry, players still, right now, 2 or 3 years later, are still using Nike golf club in the bag, and they've not chosen to swap. I think they made good equipment, certainly made great irons, wedges, starting to make some good putters. Drivers were always a little bit questionable. I thought the technology was good with drivers. I always just questioned how they kind of made the cosmetics look on the driver, but I always thought the performance was good. As a brand, let's be honest, Nike last year, 2018, had all 4 major winners. Molinari, Brooks Koepka, and Patrick Reed all picked up major tournaments with the Nike swoosh on their top. So from a marketing standpoint, I think Nike did the exact correct thing. Signed more players in apparel because that's going to be seen more, and kind of dropped out the equipment industry. And I think the equipment industry has probably had a bit of a boost since that anyway. Less of a competitor, gets everyone else making some better gear. Okay, your pick for winners of the 2019 majors. Oh, right, so I'm going to tell you the 4 players. I'm not going to maybe tell you what tournaments because I'm not sure. I think Justin Rose is going to pick one up next year. I think he's playing phenomenal, ended last season. I think there's going to be quite a few changes with Justin Rose, but I think he is good enough talent to move into 2019 playing really well. I really want Tommy Fleetwood to win one. I feel like he knocked on the door many opportunities last year, no more so than the US Open where he shot that phenomenal round and put himself in great contention. But obviously Brooks Koepka won that one. So dare I say, the big cat, I think Tiger is going to win. I think Tiger's going to win the Masters or the Open. They're the 2 I'm going for. And then I feel like Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas is he's such a super talent. He's already picked up majors already. He's in that winning circle all the time. They're my 4 picks. Like I said, I don't quite know what order, but I feel like Justin Rose, Tommy Fleetwood, Tiger, Justin Thomas, they're going to be the 4 major winners for 2019. So next question, what is your all-time favourite golf ball? That's a great question. Right. This might come to a shock to many people because golf ball technology has moved on tremendously over the last few years, certainly the time I've been playing golf. But one of the golf balls that stood out to me the most, the one that I had most enjoyment out of, was a golf ball made by Top Flight, and it was the Strata Tour Ballata. This golf ball was the softest golf ball with modern technology than I've ever used. So taking that Tour Ballata feel that you used to get in like the Titleist Tour Ballata, but bringing it into a modern golf ball. Oh, I remember buying a box of 12 golf balls, brand new, Strata Tour Ballatas. And what was really good about them as well is that the number on the golf ball, the first time that I'd ever seen was a 0. So it wasn't traditional 1 to 4. Some of the numbers had zeros, and even some of them had 00 as the number, identifiable number. You used to get a box of 12. Where I used to play golf as a junior, it used to be a little par 3 golf course, and they used to be able to hold about 70 yards away. So I used to get a box of Stratas, lob wedge, clean the grooves, clean everything off the face, make sure the hole was into wind, green slightly soft, fast green, and just pitch these golf balls into this 70-yard hole just to purely see how much backspin I could get when the ball landed. Me and a pal would literally swap over. It was the day before video cameras, so we couldn't film it. So one of us used to sit by the green, the other one used to hit. We used to shout back to each other, oh my, it's spun back 20 feet or whatever. That's my favorite golf ball of all time. So question going off golf a little bit, what music do you prefer to listen to? Well, at home, you've got to appreciate I've got 2 young girls, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and I've got a little baby boy as well, so 3 kids in the family. A lot of music that gets played at the house is very Disney, Frozen. It's not what I like, by the way. My missus into The Great Showman. What music do I like? I kind of want to say something really cool, but it's not. I feel like someone like Drake is probably as cool as I would ever go. I like pop music. I like old style music. I really like the things I used to listen to as a kid, like Eminem and stuff like that. But I just like music in general. I wouldn't say I've got a favorite artist. I would say pop and dance music and a little bit of R&B rap is where I sit. And then an eclectic mix of people who I like to listen to. Okay, next question. What is your longest drive ever? It's an interesting one. I don't ever think I've broke 350 yards on the simulator on GC Quad. I don't believe I've ever hit it that far. I've hit into the 340s. Out on the golf course though, I've probably, well I know I have reached over 350 yards. If there's a hole, a par 4 or a par 5 that's dried out, downwind, downhill, yeah. But I've probably bombed one nearer to 400 yards, but I don't know the exact measurement. So I'd say the exact measurement, from what I know factually, on a close setting, on a launch monitor, is around 340-ish yards, but not over 350. Okay, so if you could play around with any professional golfer, which 3 would you choose? Any generation? Oh, right, Tiger, goes without saying. Where to go next? I think who would be kind of iconic. I'd have to go Ben Hogan just because of the iconic influence he had on not only the golf industry as a whole, but also on coaching element, which obviously is something I'm really passionate about. And then finally, just from pure entertainment, I've got 2 in my head. I'm either going to go Seve or Arnold Palmer. Both feature, I feel like there's more entertainment between those 2. Obviously Jack Nicklaus is somewhere on that list as well, but if one of those drop out, Jack Nicklaus is going to come in. I'm going to go Seve just on pure entertainment. I feel like I would love to watch up close and personal the ability of his phenomenal short game. So Tiger, Ben Hogan, Seve Ballesteros. So next question, when are you going to be doing full course vlogs again? Great question. So in 2018, I did release full course vlogs. I enjoyed doing them. Moving into 2019, I will be doing about the same amount of course vlogs than I did in 2018. Granted, that's not as many as I did a couple of years ago. However, in 2018 and moving into 2019, I'm doing more on course videos where I'm inviting guests to the channel. So my Teen It Up series did tremendously well this season, where I'm bringing in unique characters in the world of golf, playing golf with them, getting to know a little bit more about them, doing some fun challenges, some fun games, and we'll see more of that in 2019. Course vlogs will still be a part of it, but expect more engaging content out on the golf course as well, moving into 2019. Okay, so final question. What's the best thing about what you do? I suppose that coming from a job point of view. Well, I fully enjoy what I do. I enjoy coaching, I enjoy making golf content, I enjoy traveling the world, I enjoy calling golf my kind of job really. It started as my hobby and it became a career, and it's now developed into something where I can help golfers around the world, not only help them get better at golf, but give them better information, knowledge, and also have the opportunity to entertain golfers around the world, which is really cool. I get to call golf my job. I get to share it, I get to document it. I also get to test some of the best equipment, the newest equipment out on the market, which always really excites me. Get to play golf on fantastic golf courses. And I get to interact with you guys, because it's things like this, Q&As that often I've not had a chance to do, and hopefully if you enjoyed this, I get a bit more chance to do. I love answering your questions about golf. So if you have enjoyed this video, smash that like button. If you're new to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you have a phenomenal 2019. Enjoy your season, play better golf. Make sure you keep staying true to the channel, because we've got some awesome stuff coming your way. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for your questions. Stay tuned for the next Q&A, hopefully coming soon.